Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, I have every single Lego Star Wars set releasing this May the 1st. So I thought it'd be fun to put every Lego set inside one video, from all the minifigs to all the builds to all the different versatility. So if that interests you, stick around and let's jump straight on into it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Cristo from Stud City. We love to cover Lego reviews, Lego news, and of course, most importantly, Lego deals. But in today's video, we're going to be doing a recap of every one of these sets about to drop for the big promotion of May the 4th. This entire May 1st wave will cost you $670 before tax to buy all of these sets day one. As far as minifigures go, it's pretty crazy. We're only getting a lineup of 6 minifigures, and 4 of which are different. Starting from left to right, we have the brand new Jango Fett, who is exclusive to the new Jango Fett Starship for the Ultimate Collector Series. Likewise with Boba there, decked out in blue in his cadet uniform. We also are getting a GWP called the Camino Training Facility, which comes with 3 identical cadet clones. So the clone cadet, these are phase 3, kind of their last outro there in Camino. And lastly, we're getting a chopper inside the brick build droid chopper. I'm going to start off with the cheapest Lego sets, then move into the most expensive. Technically, the cheapest will be this one right here, which is actually free. Yeah, you heard me right, free Lego. This is a promotional item, or gift with purchase, as the slang we like to use in the Lego community. It's available, going to start on May 1st, and at this point in time of recording, since these were all gifted over by Lego, I don't know the price threshold. I would assume it's going to be similar to years past, maybe between $150 spent on any Lego Star Wars set, but only time will tell. Aside from that, I did mention it comes with 3 clone cadets, and it features those exclusive minifigs alongside an iconic facility scene from Camino. It's actually a really fun set. It comes with this like weapon tower, a weapon stand, as well as this skate pod here that actually has a removable panel that I just broke off, and you can actually fit inside one of the clone cadets, and it kind of like escorts him through Camino. The next Lego set is actually this Star Wars logo. This one's going to be available for a $60 price tag, and honestly, for Star Wars standards, I don't feel like that's a terrible price point. I've seen a lot of complaints about it, but I'm comparing it to the Marvel one, which I think this one just looks by far better. I know it doesn't come with minifigures like the Marvel one, but the Marvel one's $100, and I'm just not a Marvel fan. But anyways, 700 pieces included in this one. The only really cool, as far as interior detail features goes, it has the Star Destroyer there chasing the Tanib from one of the episodes. And of course, it just overall looks like the Star Wars logo. I don't think you need a ton of, details on this one. I think it's just overall established. If you're looking for the actual width of it, I do a full video of each one of these sets individually on the channel. So I highly recommend you check those out if you want to see more details and lore. But you can see the thickness of it. I just think overall it looks good, and it's about dang time this has been made. I like all the greebling technique you can see in black there as far as the Star Wars logo goes. Overall, an impressive set, and pretty sustainable. Look, I just dropped it, and look, drop test succeeded. In all seriousness though, that is going to look fantastic on display, so I'm hyped to see what the community thinks about that one. The next Lego set is going to fall in line with the Midi-scale ships. This one is going to be available for $70, which is arguably what I think the third most expensive Midi-scale ship. All rightfully so. This one is pretty large. It's kind of crazy to see that price tag, considering the fact that it only comes with 386 pieces. But it is Kylo Ren's command shuttle. Unfortunately, no Kylo Ren minifig. Not that any of the other Midi-scale ships came with Kylo Ren, but the fact that we're just getting, Kylo Ren ship, I don't know. I think it would have been justified to throw in a minifig, a nice little display minifig right there. Other than that, I think the set overall looks pretty good. I know I've seen a lot of comments on this one that they're not too fond of. I enjoyed the build thoroughly. I love the stand that it's going in. It's going to display very well. I'm actually overly impressed with this set. Like a little bit of a shocker there, but I do think the $70 price tag is a little bit crazy. I think you're almost in the realms of a play scale ship, even though the original play scale Kylo Ren ship that came with like 5 minifigures, if I'm not mistaken, with the Knights of Ren. That one was like $130. So again, but still, $70 seems quite excessive for this one. The next 2 Lego sets are also $70, and it's going to be a part of the Helmet Collection series. adding on to the onslaught, I think of like 14 or 15 helmets now from the LEGO Star Wars line. It's actually really impressive, but we were not supposed to get the helmet collection any longer in 2025, but in March we saw the AT-AT driver, and it looks like LEGO is continuing to make the line. We have Kylo Ren here and Jango Fett. Kylo Ren is actually the second smallest one in terms of piece count. I actually think he looks not the greatest. I feel like from a bird's eye view, looking at him straight on, his helmet is just way thinner, and you can really see that here compared to the Boba Fett. However, if you give him a nice rotation there, I think it looks so much better from the side. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinions about that one. Both $70. Like I said, second smallest one in form of piece count, 529 pieces. The only other one smaller was the Scout Trooper, which was actually significantly less in price. I think the price point should have just been lower on that one. On the contrary, we have Jango Fett, who's going to pair very nicely with the new Jango Fett Starship. I'm overly impressed with this one. He has a rangefinder that moves up and down. I thought that was a great touch, even though I just broke it off. But in all seriousness, I do love the look of Jango Fett. I think it's a great helmet piece and easily top 5 that they've produced so far. Kylo Ren, I think, is amongst the top 5 as the worst. That's just my opinion. Moving on into the second most expensive LEGO Star Wars set of the wave is going to be a Chopper, better known as C1-10P. Known from Rebels, Ahsoka, and even an appearance in the Bad Batch. This is Hera Syndulla's droid, and overall, it's about dang time LEGO's made a brick-built Chopper. Easily one of my most favorite droids out there. But anyways, he has some nice little play features. I think the back here is like a knob piece button that like allows you to like make chopper noises like by moving his head. So anyways, pretty cool there. Again, I did mention earlier he comes with his Chopper minifig as well as a plaque similar to what we've seen in the other droid builds. This Chopper, at least from what I can tell from my knowledge here, is no different than the one included in the Ghost build. Coming in at $100 definitely feels a little bit of a tax on Chopper here. Just to put in perspective, the R2-D2 that was produced last year, 2024, for the 25-year celebration, came with an exclusive Darth Malak minifig, and that one was also $100. So honestly, this one's a lot smaller as for a droid, because Chopper is a smaller droid, especially in comparison to the R2-D2, which you can find in our review video, but it is just significantly smaller. I feel like the price tag should have been $80. But moving forward, our last LEGO set here is going to be the biggest and baddest one. It is the Ultimate Collector Series UCS Jango Fett Starship, the one most anticipated for. It comes with a brick-built stand. It's going to value at $300 and come with 2 minifigs that we looked at earlier in today's video, Jango Fett and Boba. The set is really, really iconic. It is massive. It is everything I wanted and some. So I think fans are going to be absolutely ecstatic by it. I'm not going to go too far into details, but I think some of the big call outs here are going to be the wings here that actually move like with like gravity, which is really cool. So really, if you just kind of like look at this, like that is so cool. I love that. But anyways, you can find more of that in our review video. Aside from that, I love the overall shape of this build and the fact that the stand is so well built and overall looks very aesthetically pleasing. As mentioned earlier in today's video, all 7 of these LEGO sets included would cost you $670 day one to buy if you buy them on May 1st at release for their MSRP price, at least here in the US. Since you made it this far in today's video, drop a comment of which LEGO set you're most anticipated and excited for this May the 1st, 2025 release, and if you'll be buying it day one or waiting for a deal, which I'll most likely call out in the future on this channel. Regardless, let me know what you think in the comments below. A massive thank you to LEGO for gifting all of 7 of these sets over for review. I had a blast building all of these and making videos to share with you guys. As always, if you're looking for deals on these, at some point, I'm sure mainly all of these will go on sale. So make sure to subscribe if you want LEGO deals in the future. That's it for today's video. I'm Christopher from Stud City. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.